Hey there, it's Lisa. Thanks so much for joining me for today's episode of Wisdom's Wednesday. And today, I want to talk about something that we all encounter in our business regardless of what kind of business you have, what it is you're offering, and that is there comes a moment where you've done everything right, you know you've got your ideal client right on the spot, and then there it is. You get the sales objection. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. The 5 deadly words that kill possibility, both for us and for that ideal client, right? We can feel things opening up. We know this is someone we can help. And when those words enter the scene, let me think about it, everything seems like it's just starting to go right over the ridge and down the hill, right? Who's been there? Give me a sign. So I just wanted to give you a couple thoughts on how you can get ahead of this. So there's certainly a lot of teachings out there on what to do and say in the moment it comes up. But what if you could get ahead of it? I call this reverse engineering. And if you do a little pre-thinking when this kind of sales objection and others come up, you will be so much better positioned and you won't slip into the old handling of objection stuff that I know I learned back in the day years ago when I was working in big companies and they'd send me to sales training and it was all about overcoming the objection. I mean, you can just hear the adversarial nature of that in the words. So if we look at sales objections and we think instead of having to overcome an objection, what if we could structure the offer, the invitation, in a way that really does the selling for us? In fact, if you pre-think where you're headed, in advance of any opportunity to make your offer, whether you're speaking, whether it's one-on-one, whether you're on a video, a teleseminar, a webinar, a Facebook Live, if you pre-think the opportunity and you come up with what I call an irresistible offer, then you can create a dynamic that you can lean back on when a sales objection like that comes up. So, let me give you an example. You have pre-thought how to make your offer irresistible. And by the way, I have a free gift for you today that will help you with exactly how to structure your offers so that it's irresistible. So I won't leave you hanging on that. Just stay with me for a few minutes and then I'll tell you how to get it. But let's say that you made your offer irresistible. You followed the guidelines, the elements that make an offer irresistible, meaning that your ideal client would be compelled to say yes on the spot versus you needing to chase them down or follow them up, which, as we've talked about before, that does not bring out our best selves, right? When we're in pursuit mode. So the tip here for today that I want you to be thinking about on, how you can get ahead of that objection, really any other one, is to use irresistible offers to create what I call tension versus pressure. See, when we didn't set ourselves up in the beginning by making the offer irresistible and then someone has an objection like, let me think about it, we have nowhere to go, right? I mean, we can try to remember them of their possibility, remind them of the pain, and these are all good things to do. Encourage them that, getting started now versus a week from now or 6 months from now, have them see the difference, the opportunity cost, the cost of not accepting the offer. These are all things you can do. So I just gave you like 5 things. But I think the number one thing is to make sure that you've made an irresistible offer with the elements that you will get in my free gift today. Things like bonuses, limiters, exactly how to structure those for your specific business so that when an objection comes up, you can lean into the offer that's already likely on the table. I mean, someone wouldn't say, let me think about it unless you made an offer and they were saying, let me think about it. This is the point where you get to lean into that offer to create tension versus pressure. Now, let me take a minute to make sure you understand the difference because it's really important. The thing that we're all trying to avoid is pressure. We don't want to be pushy or salesy. Pressure comes from the outside. When you're nudging, you're the one, following up to ad nauseum, overcoming objection after objection. It sort of feels like you're doing all the work. That's pressure. Again, imagine pressure, right? It's from the outside. Tension, on the other hand, is something that arises from within. Tension arises when you're feeling like, oh my gosh, this is something I need, and there's a great savings on the line that I might be forfeiting if I need to think about it. Or some great additional bonuses like some one-on-one coaching time with the mentor outside of the group program, or some additional training that would help me accelerate even faster. There's all kinds of bonuses, ideas that you don't have to use discounts. You can use bonuses or a combination. Again, we'll cover all this in my free gift for you today. But the point here is that if you make your offer truly irresistible to your ideal client, then you can lean in on the offer and you can be very relaxed. I call it committed but not attached. It's a bit of a leaning back posture. Instead of pursuing, it's inviting pursuit. And committed but not attached means you're committed to supporting them and getting to a decision that supports them. A decision. And the decision may be no, it may be yes, but that is the most empowering thing you can do. You're committed to that, but you're not attached to what the decision is. So with an irresistible offer on the table, you can always take the posture of, you could think about it. In fact, here's something you can use. You could think about it, Jane, because, the irresistible offer, while it's only today to get the extra coaching with me and the $500 scholarship, listen, what I'm offering you, we've already talked about the cost of you going on without it. So what I'm offering you, it's totally worth it at the full investment, without the bonuses, just the core program. So if you need time to sleep on it, if you need to think about it, if you need to check with your spouse, here's what I can assure you. Take the time, because it's totally worth it at the full price. It's totally worth it at the full investment. Now, I'm here for you if you want to, get a little more clarity, and go ahead today and take advantage of, this fast action scholarship. It's called that because, it's for my clients that display fast action. I know that you don't need another sticky note. You don't need another thing to come back to. You don't need another thing on the end of your to-do list. So that's why I go through the trouble of structuring the irresistible offer. If it's irresistible to you, it's designed to support you in saying yes to yourself. And if you need time to think about it again, I can assure you that it's totally worth it at the full investment. So you can see by making your offer truly irresistible, this is one example that you get to lean back. You get to be in your, queenly state or your empowered manly state, right? And you really can be committed that they get to a decision and truly not attached to what the decision is. So tension versus pressure is the distinction. Tension rises from within. It's not pushy. It's not salesy. It's them really confronting that gap between where they are, where they want to be, and their desire for your help, your product, your program. Tension moves people from, it would be nice, let me think about it, maybe someday, to, you know what, I'm going for it. I need that now. And it transitions you from selling them to them selling themselves. And that is what the magic is of irresistible offers. That's what it's all about. So I have a special gift for you so you can shore up your irresistible offer. Really make sure that it's something that, would be truly irresistible to your ideal client. And you'll know it because when it is, they'll thank you for it. They'll be like, oh, when you first said the investment, I was, wow, it was a little overwhelming, but with the offer that you're making, I can see that I would have not only gotten that offer, but probably the bonuses you're talking about, I would have bought them too. This is, their thinking process. And now I can have all of it and, with a bit of a scholarship, a discount. So, it really compels them to sell themselves. And that's really what we're looking for. So, here's the irresistible offer for today. There's actually, you don't need to make any investment except for your commitment, your time, your energy, your commitment to your own mission. And it's a free gift. It's something that I've recently created. It's called How to Make Your Offers Truly Irresistible. It is a #1 best-selling book of mine, and it comes with a masterclass. It's about a 90-minute masterclass. So when you get the book, then you'll have an invitation to the masterclass. And really, it's going to show you how to set yourself up in every sales conversation to be able to avoid the let me think about it situation, avoid having to overcome objections, and stay on the same side of the desk with your ideal client, consultatively, in support, committed but not attached. Write that one down. Remember, let's see if you got it. Committed to what? Put it in the chat. What are you committed to? That's right. You're committed to that they make a decision, and you're not attached to which decision they make. So you can get your hands on my best-selling book, How to Make Your Offer Truly Irresistible. You can probably read it in an hour, maybe less. It's just straight to the point. And then I really recommend the new masterclass. I would definitely be like having your pen out and doing the work. A lot of people tell me trainings they've paid up to $1,000 for. They've gotten more value out of this. So you can get your hands on it right now. You might need to write this down. I'll say the URL and then I'll spell it for you. And it's up today for you. bit.ly/Lisa FB gift. Like Lisa Facebook gift. So let me spell it out. bit.ly/Lisa FB, like Facebook, gift. So if you go to bit.ly, bit.ly/Lisa FB gift, you will see, you'll know you're in the right place because it shows the cover of the book, How to Make Your Offers Truly Irresistible. It's a lesson on making those offers irresistible. And again, what is an irresistible offer? It is an offer that gives your ideal client what they need to be able to say yes on the spot. So thank you for joining me for Wisdom Wednesday. My only excuse for ever not being here live with you is that I'm speaking, and I am, as you're here, I'm in Salt Lake City today, Boston tomorrow, and Dallas the next day, and then back into LA for a beautiful fundraiser. So life is good. I like to batch my work. We'll talk about that on another Wisdom Wednesday, the power of batching. But I look forward to seeing you next week here on Wisdom Wednesday. Please feel free to share. If you know anyone that's a service professional, whether they've got an in-office practice or they're wanting to sell online, maybe they're out there speaking or coaching. This is a weekly dose of knowledge to support your sales and your lifestyle because, you've heard me say this before, your offer is your life. Because, right, you make the offer, people say yes, and then you're delivering it. So you better love it. It better be irresistible to them. And just as important, it better be irresistible to you. So again, for that dreaded objection, those 5 words, let me think about it, that kill possibility for them and for you, let's get ahead of it with the irresistible offer so we can create tension versus pressure. Tension coming from the inside. Tension is good. None of us take a big action, make a big move without a little tension. We don't want to resist that. We don't want to calm that. Pressure, yucky. That's the thing we're all trying to avoid. And that's why you're here. So you can learn how to create tension that has people say yes to themselves and not that ugly old pressure. All right. By the way, you can also catch me on Thursdays on iTunes. We have our new Boost Your Sales and Lifestyle podcast. A recent episode was on how to serve more so you can give more. I hope you'll come and check it out. It is a game changer for true fulfillment in your business and making that irresistible offer and making a real difference in the world. All right. Thanks for being with me today. See ya next time, Wisdom Wednesday. And thanks for sharing. It's the biggest gift you can give me is to help me get my mission out and use my work to help you get your mission out in a bigger way.